watch game 1 in this best of 5, and I'm just gonna break it down. Let you guys know what my thoughts were throughout this game. And yeah, I think you guys will enjoy this. This is my basically my first ever LAN. So yeah, I think it's worth making a lot of videos. Just covering basically the entire LAN or most of the LAN. And yeah, just be good to be able to remember this experience and be able to look back at these games. So yeah, this is Dry Arabia. We have English versus Ayyubids. This is a pretty good matchup. I think both civs are considered pretty good. English, maybe like considered the second best civ. They got the very strong King's Palace or Abbey of Kings going up to H2, and then usually like White Tower to H3. They have some very strong builds. Ayyubids kind of similar. They are also very strong. They got nerfed, from when they first came out. They used to be a bit stronger. They obviously got nerfed, which was necessary. So now they're, I don't know, I think most players still consider them quite a strong civ. Maybe not as good as English, but yeah, they're probably fairly close. So, yeah, I think I'm playing, let's see, I'm opening this pretty standard. I'm going to do the King landmark, the Abbey of Kings, into a, semi-fast castle here. So let's take a look here. So yeah, I gather the gold mine, gather the exact amount of gold to age up. I didn't want to overgather any gold. And then the cool trick you do with that is you start the game with 100 gold, so you can physically click on the mines, and then you can count the total. So you need the mine to read 3,900. So basically you can watch your villagers gathering mine, and then when you see that says 3,900, select the villagers, force drop off the gold, and you have the perfect amount of resources to age up, and nothing more, nothing less. So I got 2 villagers on the Abbey of Kings, just slowly building it up, and then putting villagers on stone. So I'm doing the second town center, the second TC at the start of H2. The king gets trained for free. You only use 2 villagers to build the Abbey of Kings, because you want most of your villagers gathering wood and stone during the age up, so that basically as soon as you age up, you can build that town center. And yeah, so there we go. I got nice TC location also. It's right next to the gold mine and on a wood line. So yeah, very nice base layout so far. Building my houses in the Abbey of Kings, so it doesn't take up much room. Leave room for them English farms, and yeah, we're looking pretty good. Meanwhile, looking at NyanRacingCat, he did age up with the Eco Wing, so he got 3 villagers upon age up, which is a pretty strong age up. And now he's built a barracks just to make a few spearmen to try to deny this king. I got really good micro here actually. I was able to charge the Vill and kill the Vill. Obviously, whew, oh my god. Oh, if he actually should have killed the king. I think he didn't garrison his Vills. I don't know how that was. I guess it was barely shooting. Yeah, wow. If he garrisoned Vills inside TC, that king actually would have for sure died. So yeah, I ended up getting the king out with like 2 HP, which was actually very good for me. But yeah, that king really shouldn't have got away, I guess, if he garrisoned. So yeah, I killed 1 Vill in the process, and I did take a ton of damage, and now this king can't raid, but it's worth it. If you could get 1 Vill kill, now I just send him all the way back to the base, and now he's going to get healed all the way back to full HP. If the king got the villager kill, but then died, it would be a much different story. Then you could maybe say, oh, that wasn't worth it. But the fact that I just killed 1 Vill, and now he's going to be back to full HP very soon, it was a very good trade for me, good micro. But yeah, it looked like Nyan may be messed up by not finishing that king off with slightly better spearman control or just garrisoning his vills. Yeah, that would have hurt if I lost my king there. Okay, so yeah, basically I'm just doing a 2 TC naked fast castle, which is really common. This is like the most meta build right now with English, is where you age up with Abbey of Kings, just harass with the free king, and then don't make any military buildings in H2 and basically just sneak up to H3. And build the White Tower, generally going up to H3. So yep, as you see, I'm starting mixing the farms. My macro probably could have been a little bit better. Like obviously, I basically have enough gold age up and nowhere near enough food. So I get like wheelbarrow now. I probably should have got like way sooner, but not the cleanest macro. A little bit off, but now I'm back with my king, trying to see if I can kill another Vill. He has really good spearman control here, preventing me from charging. A lot of times you can like dance around, try to charge the Vill on this corner, hope to get the spearman out of position, and then charge the one over here. But he was doing a really good job here. protecting his villas and just not giving me an opportunity to charge any villas. He's got some nice walls there on the wood line. So yeah, looking at NyanRacingCats, he is currently on his way up to H3, so he is doing the 3 Dervish age up, which yeah, it's an okay age up. It is gonna be nice to me. I'll get the relics real quick. So yeah, he's just on 1 town center. He did get the 3 villagers, you know, upon age up because he did the eco wing, and he also has wheelbarrow, and then he's me going up and grabbing them relics. So yeah, taking a look at me, I still had a bit too much gold. Yeah, I originally put the white tower here, and then I was like, you know, I don't have enough room for farms. Let me move it up a little bit more. I'm glad I did. This is a much better location than I had like a few tiles back. So yeah, I think this is like very well built English base. One of the biggest, most important things with English is like building your bases very well, because you have to leave room for your farms, and you want your farms to be built, you know, really close to your town centers and in the safest locations. You don't want to be like building your farms like way out here, you know, or super far. You want your base extremely compact. So yeah, I did a really good job with that. Now white tower's here to, you know, protect the whole eco basically. So he is, NyanRacingCat is now building a second TC while also capturing the relics. So yeah, it looks like a pretty clean build from him. You know, he's able to start capturing all these relics with the 3 dervishes that I got with the age up, and now he's gonna mix them TC so he doesn't fall, you know, too far behind in the villager count. Moving out on berries, and then meanwhile I am now spamming knights from the white tower. It's pretty typical stuff, you know, classic English build is you go up to H3 and then turn some knights, put some pressure on from the white tower. So trying to get this scout kill, and ends up saving the scouts. Try to just be annoying with my knights, see if I can get some kills. And in the meantime, you know, I can start working on my eco upgrade. So I got the, you know, the horticulture. I got the first food upgrade, the wood upgrade, and also the gold upgrade. Now getting the second wood upgrade there. So I do a good job here. He was trying to build these walls, and I started preventing the walls from going up. It looks like I did get a second villager kill. So now I'm at 2 vill kills, and oh, I probably should have. Oh, actually no, that's good. I saved that knight. I could have maybe finished the vill off there, but the knight is able to get out with 34 HP, and then I could just boom bring that knight all the way back to the Abbey of Kings, and then he's healed. He's raiding with 1 camel lancer, but I was pretty quick reaction time, hopping my villas inside the TC there. And now I'm just, you know, it was nice. I was able to push him off of this food location and prevent these walls from growing up. So that was actually quite nice. And then idling some villas here. He's trying to really get all of his walls up. And just mixing in lots of farms here, leaving room, you know, to be able to make the farms very nicely. 1 camel lancer still alive, but yeah, just being a little annoying. But there we go. TC takes it out. And so now I'm doing a man-at-arms switch. I don't know if this was the smartest thing. I mean, man-at-arms with English are always really good. Once you get to eat the farms, like a lot of farms up, the food income is really good for English. So it's generally very good to make units that are very food-heavy with English, just because they're so easy to basically spam. Oh no, my king! My king ends up getting charged there, going down, but it's okay. End up kind of pushing through, trying to fight here, but I think I maybe had a bad trade there. Just trying to still deny him from getting on these berries and just trying to be annoying in his base. And yeah, now I got like 4 barracks. I'm researching armor clad. Is that armor? Yeah, right. Armor clad. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, just making the man arms much stronger. And yeah, just trying to keep up the pressure. Looking at the vill count here, relatively even. Yeah, I mean it's a close game right now, right? So NyanRacingCat is down in vills by 15, but he does have 4 relics. And militaries are pretty even at moments. So yeah, it's a close ball game right now. Not really sure who is winning. I make a monster here. I would try to. I see there's 1 relic here. He probably could have got this. Maybe should have, right? Yeah, the 3 dervishes. A little bit surprised. And he didn't capture any sacred sites. Maybe I kind of did have map control this whole time, I guess, and like pushing him. But you know, having 3 dervishes and the mosque already built, I feel like he could have you know, maybe start capturing some sacred sites just for the gold gen, and you know, probably grab this relic for me. But I end up being able to sneak this one, so at least I got 1 relic in the bank, and he's got 4. And now his army is mainly crossbows, and I'm mainly man-arms, which is, you know, not ideal. But you know, I'm up in villas. Obviously, I'm behind 3 relics now. But that food income is, you know, pretty wild with a lot of farms established here. And yeah, you know, you can see my base layout, right? I like left room to build my farms here. Built the barracks is kind of on the outskirts, and very nice farms here. This, you know, this is the first patch that's like a little bit away from my TC and whatnot. You know, maybe I could have built it here or like waited for the wood to get chopped through more, but you know, it's not too. It's in the back of my base, so. And oh, I think we did kind of have a little bit of engagement there, but. Yeah, my food income coming in crazy here, like 3,000 food. Now getting close to the point where I can go imp, and yeah, there we go. I do want to sneak in that imp and delete some mining camps to make room. And I usually do go with Berkshire, but this game it felt appropriate. It felt better to go Windguard. So yeah, I think Windguard was the right move. I wasn't like being pressured, but I also didn't feel like I could build an offensive Berkshire. So. Kind of was going towards more of a macro game, so yeah, I think Windguard was good here. Ends up getting a few knights through, which, yeah, maybe not the best by me. Yeah, the chance to maybe push here, especially with Siege, but yeah, I do have 2 minion out here myself. Now it's starting to put down walls. I'm an imp, so I'm going to start researching closures here any minute, any second. And first big, oh, I don't know if I might have attacked around there. That volley actually missed. I had a chance to get a huge volley off, but I actually lose 1 minion out. I wonder if I couldn't see it because of the, I don't know why I couldn't see, maybe I couldn't see it because of the, they were hugging the wood line. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was a little bit sloppy me getting 1, you know, minion out sniped there for free for no reason. And just trying to be annoying with some man-arms. I got a huge army of man-arms. He is pushing. He's got a big, you know, army advantage right now. Enclosures is now being researched, and I do still have a gold mine in the back of my base. So, and I built a market, so I think I'm selling a little bit of food here. And now building a university. I think I'm prioritizing, trying to prioritize my man-arm upgrades, because I have quite a few of them, and just get them really strong. So yeah, there's the elite man-arm upgrade coming in. There's kind of like this weird dynamic where, you know, when crossbows, when you're in H3, crossbows like destroy man-arms, as you're basically seeing. But if you get in this scenario where you're an imp and your opponent's in castle age, you then could upgrade your man-arms to elite man-arms, which I'm doing, and then you can also upgrade them to elite army tactics from the university, which, you know, you put them to elite man-arms, then they become H4 units, and then this is basically like another age, essentially. So this makes them H4 man-arms, and this basically makes them like H5 man-arms. And then there's this interesting dynamic where all of a sudden you have like H5 man-arms, and they can actually like beat H3 crossbows, even though like crossbows, like I said, really counter them very well in H3. But then when you're so far ahead upgrade-wise, they like can tank so long to the point where they like can basically almost beat crossbows, or like they do beat crossbows, or at least you know, perform quite well and tank for very long. So that's the main timing I'm waiting on right now. I'm waiting for this to come through. I think I probably lost some more man-arms here than I really should have. His destroyed value was actually, yeah, way better. I was being a bit, I think I went too crazy into the man-arm spam. I kind of knew it as I was playing. I was like, I'm probably staying on man-arms for too long. But this was the big kind of window I was waiting. Like, he's pushing. I could have waited a little bit longer, but this upgrade, and it still has 8 seconds left. I probably should have delayed this fight a little bit longer. But I felt quite good economically, and he is, let's see, because at this point, he does have a lot of villas. Like, ecos are pretty even. He is floating a lot of gold, though, and he's now just starting to make farm transition, and they're going to be hit, like, you know, shitty Ayyubids farms compared to English farms. So yeah, this is kind of where English really starts shining. Like, I already have all my farms built, and they're extremely good farms, you know, getting enclosures and just the increased food gathering rate. So yeah, you're seeing basically my H5 man arms are like countering his H3 army. So yeah, this was the big timing I was waiting for. Yeah, so I basically just demolished that army, pushed them back, and my macro was quite good here. Starting, training units from the One Guard Palace, trying to train as much as I can. And yeah, here I'm just trying to full send it. I have like the huge upgrade advantage. He is like really good choke point here, right? Where like only a very small amount of my army can get through it. So this is like perfect positioning for him, right? With his crossbows right here. But these guys can just tank for so long that eventually they're. Or I actually do back up there because yeah, I realized like wow, this choke point is horrible for me. So it looks like I back up and try to regroup. And yeah, I mean he does have a lot of crossbows, so he's like starting to push back these man-arms, even though I'm, up in age, or even though they're like H5 man-arms, but he has so many crossbows, right? So, I think I slowly start mixing my army count now, and getting out on the map, gathering some gold here. Still training a lot of villas, so I got like 119 villas, 1 relic. I didn't research Faith Barns yet. And yep, just continue to be annoying. Now I think I mixed in stables, and this is where, yeah, now I actually have elite horsemen. Yeah, so I have elite horsemen now, and I'm getting biology, so I'm doing like a big switch where, just mixing in some horsemen to obviously deal with the crossbows. And he's like fighting really good because I was like so heavy on man arms, probably a bit too much, but still, I have like H5 units versus H3 units, so they're just surviving for so long, and yep, they're break through his army, and then there's just not going to be anything for him to do. So yeah, he taps out there, and yeah, I end up taking game 1, going up 1-0 in the best of 5. So yeah, felt pretty good there. It wasn't the cleanest game. But I don't know, I played it pretty textbook. I mean, you could argue that maybe I stayed on man-arms for too long, but I kind of knew I was going to go up to imp and then get the man-arms very heavily upgraded. So yeah, I played it pretty textbook. Yeah, that was game 1, and yeah, so we'll wrap up this video and then see you guys in game 2 in this best of 5. All right.